First mistake. So good morning, everybody. It's my pleasure to be here and to speak to you this morning. I hope you've enjoyed that video. You can see it's been a very busy 5 years on Source to Tap. So my name's Diane Foster. I'm the project manager for Source to Tap. So I'm just going to give you a wee bit of an overview of what we've been about for the past 5 years. So you've already heard we've been working in the Erne and Dare cross-border catchments. Why? Well, it's all about protecting our drinking water quality. These are two cross-border drinking water catchments. And although they're very different in size, the Dare is much smaller at 438 square kilometres to the Erne, which is over 4,000 square kilometres. They share similar water quality issues. They also are abstracted for our drinking water supplies. So for Northern Ireland Water, we have treatment plant in the Derg at Derg near Ardstraw, and Irish Water have a treatment plant at Lochmorn, at the top of the catchment. In the Erne, Northern Ireland Water have Baleek and Killyhevlin water treatment works, and we also then, Irish Water, have 13 water treatment plants in the Erne catchment, as well as a future one planned at Ballyshannon. Sorry, I'll just pause. I think you're going to, yeah. I'll let you. Saves you turning round. Sorry. Should have done that. Okay. All right. Thanks, Ella. So you can see there's a number of water treatment works and water treatment plants in the catchment. So very important element of those catchments is the drinking water supply. But both catchments have large areas of grassland agriculture on heavy clay soils, which means then that there's a tendency for rush to grow, and that causes issues. In the upper catchments, there are predominantly peaty soils. There's a lot of forestry plantations, so issues arise from those as well. There's a graph on there, and you can just see at the bottom corner. Well, you'll probably not see it too easily, but I'll just talk you through it. It's the Derg raw water, so it's the river water coming out of the River Derg before any treatment occurs. The little red line there is the drinking water limit for MCPA, 0.1 microgram per litre. And that graph is for 5 years, from 2015 to 2019 for MCPA. So you can see there's a number of little blue dots above that drinking water limit for MCPA. Now that's in the raw water before we've treated it, but you can see there's a challenge for us in terms of treatment of the water at the treatment works. So that just maybe helps introduce the project context. I've given you a wee bit of a flavour of the land uses there. One of the things that was mentioned earlier on, to comply with the basic payment scheme, the rushes are treated by the farming community with MCPA would be the active ingredient within the herbicides used to control the rushes. Issues with MCPA is it's highly soluble in water and it hangs around for a long time. So that causes us issues, as you could see from that little graph. The peaty nature of these catchments as well in the Erne and Derg also causes issues. We've got forestry plantation, the forestry felling activities that go on can lead to soil erosion. We've got turf cutting, particularly in the top of the Derg catchment. Farming practices as well, just naturally, can lead to soil loss, maybe from livestock getting into water courses, etc. And they all cause us challenges in the drinking water process. So these particular elements, MCPA, colour and turbidity, were all identified as risks in our drinking water safety plans. So what did we set out to do? So rather than having to use more and more complex concrete solutions, which are costly, as you've heard, in terms of energy and chemical usage, we wanted to trial landscape scale solutions. So getting in there at a catchment scale to address specifically the MCPA, the colour and turbidity in our raw water. So dealing with them at source in the catchment. Now, these type of catchment scale solutions not only support water quality improvements, but they also support water quantity improvements as well. But they also help with biodiversity, they help access and recreation, and they help in the fight against climate change as well. So they're win-wins all round. And through these type of catchment scale initiatives, we are able to work to educate others and to raise awareness of the issues and to make the connection for people between our rivers and lakes and the water which comes out of our taps. We wanted through the project to change behaviour, and in turn we wanted then to create a legacy from the project, because by raising awareness and by changing behaviour, that would carry on long after we were finished. By trialling these types of catchment scales and measures, we wanted to engage with other stakeholders and build an evidence base which would influence policies and make us all think about how we manage our water quality in our rivers and lakes and the ecosystem services in the catchment for the very many different types of uses there are. So all the partners, you can see us listed there, we work together in formulating the project and coming up with the ideas, and through the number of different work packages: learning for water, love your water, farming for water, peatlands for water, and forestry for water. And we didn't want to just produce a plan which would sit on a shelf. We wanted something that was dynamic and that would again be a legacy after we'd finished. So we have a legacy website that we will have in place shortly. At the moment, there's a lot of work going on, putting reports and videos, PDF files. It really is designed to share the learning from our projects so others can move on from where we've left off, and they can take this information and they can use it for the benefit of everybody. So everybody here and online will be sent a link for the website whenever it is finalised. So really, I just want to sort of give you some of the key learning points, I suppose, probably from my own perspective, from others as well, for this project. We've heard it already this morning, but partnership working is key to solving water quality issues. We can't do it ourselves. Not one organisation can do it on their own, so we all need to work together. We wouldn't have been able to bring all these partners together and to build capacity without the external funding. So we are just so grateful to our funders for the mechanism to do this type of work. So thank you to our funders. And by using a unique project branding, we've been able to gain trust and go into catchments in the likes of our Farming for Water pilot and work with farmers and listen to them and talk to them and to hear how they farm their land and to give advice and recommendations on what they could maybe do to change practice to benefit their farm, business, and also to benefit the environment. And that two-way exchange is vital, but it takes time. And really, we haven't had long enough, I suppose, in Source to Tap to keep that all going. There's still work to be done. The job is not finished. So I suppose this type of approach needs to be a long-term venture and not just a short one. But education and awareness raising about where our drinking water comes from as part of that is vital, really, really important. By engaging with the farming community, we have changed behaviour and we have raised awareness of the issues we face in water quality treatment, arising from different land management practices. And I'd really like to add my heartfelt thanks to the farmers in the Derg catchment who were involved in our pilot land incentive scheme. You're just all brilliant, and we really appreciate the efforts that people put in. By investing in monitoring and analysis by the catchment scientists at AFBI and Ulster, we have now built an evidence base which we have been able to share with our farming communities to help them to understand what the issues are and with other stakeholders. And that helps to move everyone forward. As well as water quality improvements through our pilot land incentive scheme, we also now know the economic gains that can be from these type of catchment scale approaches. So we have proven in this project this type of catchment scale approach works. And we can see that in the longer term, this type of approach provides direct and indirect benefits for water quality, for water treatment, and it protects our landscape, it protects our biodiversity, and it supports us all in the fight against climate change. We know what we need to do. Now we need to all keep working together to contribute and to continue this fantastic work to protect and improve our drinking water catchments. I'd just like to finish by thanking a fantastic project team I've been really blessed. It hasn't always been easy. There's been lots of challenges, but I have a fantastic team and all the partners within the wider, everybody's a lot of people, it's a cast of thousands, have supported the project, and I'd just like to finish by thanking you all for your contributions. You're all awesome. So I'm just going to hand back to Ella. You're going to hear more in detail about the pilots throughout the rest of the day, and I hope you enjoy the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are finished the first session this morning. There's only one thing more important than water, and that's coffee. So we're going to invite you all to go and have some coffee, and if you can, take about a 10-12 minute break, because we're a little bit over time and we don't want that to nudge through the day. So if you can be back here in and around 11:15. We've got a really good session coming up on farming for water, but go and enjoy your coffee, and thanks again to the guests from this morning. Thank you.